What's up, YouTube? And welcome again to Baseline to Baseline. I'm Steve Wright, and I'm continuing to cover my preseason top 25 basketball teams. College basketball season is right around the corner, so let's get started with team number 5, Villanova. Villanova is playing in the Big East, and let's start off talking about the guards, which will be the strength of this team. Let's start off with the point guard, who will be Colin Gillespie, who is a veteran basketball player. He's a 3-level scorer. He's got great range. He's deceptively quick. He's a great ball handler, great passer. He sets the table for this team. He's a coach on the floor, and he's the experience that teams need from a point guard, and especially when they get into tournament time. But he's been through the wars, and he's had a great career there, and I'm sure that he will pick up where he left off last year and even be better. The next player I want to cover is a shooting guard who played last year. He's a sophomore, Justin Moore. He's 6'4", and I call him a power guard. He's got a strong body. He's a 3-level scorer. He's got deep shooting range. He's good at getting to his spots off the dribble. And like I say, he can get his own. He's quick. And he averaged 11 a game last year. He took on a bigger role last year because of their top recruit was hurt and didn't start off the year. So he took on a bigger role, and he did a good job of handling that role. The next player I want to talk about is Caleb Daniels, who sat out last year. He was a transfer from Tulane. He's a combo guard. He averaged almost 17 points a game when he was at Tulane. And he got to practice last year. I actually saw him in a scrimmage, and he looked great. I was hoping that he would get his eligibility because he would have been a big piece for this team last year, but he didn't. But he's a 3-level scorer. He can pass. He's strong. He's quick. He's got experience. He'll have to shake off the rust from the year that he missed, but he's in a good situation and a good system to shake off that rust. But he'll be a big asset for them. I think he's going to be ready to play, and he's going to be hungry after missing last year. The next kid is Brian Antoine, who is a 6'5" shooting guard. He was their top recruit last year. He hurt his shoulder. He has shoulder surgery. He missed a lot of games. He came back and he played. He wasn't himself because, like I say, he was hurt. He hurt his shoulder. But this kid is a 3-level scoring machine. He's athletic. He's quick. He can score at all 3 levels, like I said. He is dynamic. He is going to excite the crowd. If we get to have a crowd this year at Villanova, he could easily lead this team in scoring because he's got that kind of talent. Before he got hurt, I thought he would be one and done, but the injury held him back. But he's in a great situation because of the way that Jay lets his kids play. And I'm thinking that he is going to have a big year because he did play last year. And so it's not going to be just, oh man, I'm just being thrown out here. But he'll be ready. And wait till you see this kid play. He is dynamic. He was teammates in high school with Scotty Lewis at Florida. But he's really a great player. The next kid I want to cover is Jermaine Samuels, who's a 6'7", small forward, shooting guard, very talented. He scores the ball at all 3 levels. He's a defender. He does everything this team needs. He defends, he scores, he rebounds. He averaged 10 a game, and he could do more. He could score more. His talent says to me that he should score more. And I think that he will score more this year. He averaged 10 a game last year. He's a veteran. He's been in the system, so he should be a pro at it. And he's really talented. So I'm looking for him to also have a big year. The next kid I want to talk about is sticking with going into the forward still is Brandon Slater, who is a 6'7" small forward, very good athlete. He was a top 50 player, I believe, coming out of high school. It hasn't translated to the college game yet. The talent is there. He's in a good place. It's all there for him for the taking. I'm really rooting for him because he's talented, and I want him to do well. I want all the kids to do well, but he's talented, and the numbers don't show how good this kid is. So I'm hoping that he will show that this year because he's going to get the opportunity to do so. So I'm hoping that he will be able to put everything together and have a good season. The next forward I want to cover is Cole Swider, who's a 6'9" stretch four. Great shooter, great at pick and pop, great at spotting up shooting. He's strong. He's got great shooting range, good touch, and he's capable of stringing together some big nights, especially from beyond the arc. He is capable. And when you talk about Gillespie and Antoine and Moore and Daniels out there on the perimeter attacking, he's going to really get some good looks. So I suspect that he is going to be able to have some big nights. The next guy I want to cover is one of the better returning players. That's Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who averaged 10 a game last year. He's a stretch four. Stretch five. He's not a great athlete, but he's skilled. He's capable of shooting the ball well, capable of playing well around the basket. He's really skilled. He's got an old school game, but he can really play. He's very talented. They thought that he may also be one and done, but he stayed, which was good. And he could increase his stock because he's a talented offensive player. He knows what to do. He's good in pick and roll, pick and pop. Good, like I say, good shooting touch, scores around the basket. He's got good hands in the right situation, and I'm looking for him to really have a big year this year. The next kid I want to cover is Eric Dixon. 6'8" power forward, and I mean he's a power forward. He's the epitome of a power forward. He's a lefty. He's strong inside, wide body, good touch, strong scorer inside. He can put the ball on the floor. He's active around the basket, strong rebounder, good footwork, and he could be a major contributor. He could really wreak havoc because of his size, his athleticism, and his talent. I'm sure he's hungry and going to be ready to play. And he's the type of player, even though he missed last year, I really think he won't miss a beat. I think he is going to be ready to play. And then we go to Demir Crosby Roundtree, who's a veteran. He's had some injuries. He's a great athlete. I think it was his shin that he hurt, but he's a great athlete. He's going to do anything that team needs. He's great, got good hands and great at finishing around the rim. I'm anxious to see how he plays after coming off the injuries, but he's in a system where, you're able to excel in this system. And I'm thinking he's going to have a good year this year. And then they have Chris Archidiakono, and I probably messed up your name, Chris, whose brother played there, who also gives them another guard that can shoot the ball. He scored a lot of points at the high school level. But I'm thinking that this team, they're going to be able to play 10 kids a night. And the style they play, they got a great offensive style, great offensive system. And they were a good defensive team. I think they only allowed about 60 points last year. They scored about 73 and only allowed about 60. Well, I think they'll score more this year, especially with Antoine being healthy, because, man, he is something else. But let's talk about the strengths of this team. The guards, the versatility, the skills, and the shooting. This is a great shooting team. They've got shooters. And their skill level of all the players that they have on the floor. All of them have a high skill level. And that's such a luxury when you can put anybody on the floor and they are good with the ball. They're not a liability. And that's what this team has. Weaknesses, the role players are going to have to step up, like Slater, Roundtree. They're going to have to give this team more. Swider, I'm sorry. They're going to have to give this team more. I think even Samuels needs to give them more, and I think he will. But also, and I put here that Samuels, he's going to have to be more aggressive offensively. That would help them a lot. Coaching, Jay Wright, one of the best up there in every aspect of the game. He knows the game. He's a great coach. He's won 2 national championships, and he's won it at Villanova. And I'm not trying to say that Villanova is a slouch, but they're not a blue blood. And he's won 2 championships. He's been to, I know, 3, if not 4 Final Fours. But he's a great coach. So I'm looking for Villanova, and I've got them ranked 5, but you'll see in the top 10 and even beyond probably, a lot of these teams can really make a run at the Final Four. Versatility and skill is really the calling card of most of the teams. But anyway, thank you. Please hit like and subscribe and share. Hit the bell so you'll get a notification. Thank you so much for everyone who subscribed. And I'll see you next time with my number 6 team in the country. Bye. Thanks.